Okay, let's do a little bit of recap. Do you guys remember what we did last week? Or the week before? Do you guys remember?
No.
Okay, let me take a look at what you guys created before, and we'll put it here. Oh, let's see. Becky has done this. Ah, right. We did some houses. Becky, do you remember this?
Yeah.
And for Han, let's see. Han, you did this. That's a little house, right? Cool. So in this week's lesson, what we're gonna be doing is we're going to be I'm gonna introduce you guys to collaborative programming. So a lot of times when we start to learn programming, it's done very individual on the individual level. You're doing it alone, um, but a big part of programming is learning how to create programs with other people. So we're gonna get straight into that and experience what it's like to program with other people straight away today within this hour. Okay, so I'll need you guys to head to this website again. This would be paperland.sg. Click and you're here. So I see Becky has joined. Han, are you able to join us?
Hi, Joe. Hi, Prince.
Hello, Tejaswa. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Ah, do join us. Do join us on the web page.
Yeah, sure.
Paperland.sg. So Tejaswa, I was just telling Becky and Han that this lesson we're going to be experiencing how to program with other people. So a big part of programming is learning how to create to create interesting things with other people in mind. And so that's what we're going to be doing this week, this lesson today. So we're going to do a little bit of recap. By the end of this lesson, you guys will be creating a face. So a face has a couple of features that goes into it. It has eyes, nose, mouth. Some have a horn, some might have horn, some might have mustache. There are many things that go into a face, and by the end of the day, we'll be learning how to draw and code out a face together with your friends. Okay, so to get you guys familiar, or get you guys up to speed on what you did last week, so we're gonna do a simple exercise first, a small exercise. So using what you guys have learned so far, I want you guys to create an eye for your face. So the eye should be as interesting as possible. This eye, it doesn't have to look like a regular human eye. It could be any eye that you want. So just to get your hands warmed up, let's try to make an eye for the first exercise. Cool? Yeah, so delete all the code that you have and start drawing your eye. So as recap, in the previous week, we learned how to make the arrowhead move forward, turn right, we can move forward this way, turn left, we can move forward more. So those are the three basic movement commands. We also learned how to create functions. So define movement, do and end this type movement. We're able to create it. So we are able to do some loops as well, if you guys remember. Yes. So those are some things that you guys did last week. Try to draw your eye. Yep. Don't be afraid to just use these three basic commands to draw first. And then when you want to simplify the code with loops or with functions, you could do it after. So just the drawings first to get comfortable with writing the movement commands. So don't be afraid to do that. Yeah, we also learned about variables in the previous lesson. Just like how Becky is adding a scale variable to her function, you guys can also add variables to your functions as well. Rajaratnam. So this week we are basically learning how to program together. At the end of the lesson, we'll be drawing a face with each other. So right now, for the first activity, yeah, to draw eye, the eyes for the face. Just draw one eye first, just to warm up and get comfortable with it, with the commands. We'll have a few more minutes for the eye. And we'll move on to the next activity. Oh, nice curve, Tejaswa. Interesting.
Thank you.
How do you get this curve? Let me take a look at what you did. Now give it 2 more minutes to complete your eye. Oh, Becky, wow, nice. Yours actually does look like an eye. Han, how's it going? I see you're trying to get the eye of a bee. It reminds me of like the eye of a bee. Very hexagonal. Last minute to complete your eye. Or do you guys need more time? You guys are going for the realistic eye, or Raja's going for a more star-eyed eye. Okay.
Yeah, it's alright, it's alright.
Alright, now that you guys have made some sort of an eye, we're gonna have to make 2 eyes now. So the next task is for you guys to make 2 eyes. But before you do that, what I need you guys to do is to make your current eye a function. So all I want is the second eye to be a duplicate of the first eye. So if you were to look at my screen, I have basically created an eye here. I want to make this, and create a new function to call it Princeton's eye, like this. Okay, and I want to call Princeton's eye, and I want to draw 2 of them. So then I want to draw and make it, I want to do one side by side. So I will jump maybe 200, 400, and I'll do Princeton's eye again, like this. Then I would want to, so I want you guys to draw 2 of the identical eyes, but I want one of the eyes to be larger. So this is just to get you guys to remember how to use variables. So how do I do this is I will have to make this eye larger by adding the size variable. like this. Okay, so yeah, the next activity is to make two identical eyes, one larger than the other using variables. So let's go. Han, are you stuck? Are you stuck with making the eye? It seems like it's at this one line 18, or is my screen not refreshing? Han, I can't really hear what you say. Do you want to type it out? Are you guys able to make two of your eyes? Tejaswa? Whoa. Raja, I see you have different colors. Nice eye. Are you able to make a Raja eye? Two different sizes? Mm. Han, I texted you in the casual chat on Discord. Are you able to see it? Because I can't hear what your comments were earlier. Ah, Becky's almost there. Oh, ooh, nice. How to draw curves instead of straight lines? Well, a curved line is made up of many small a curved line is made of many small straight lines. So if you take a look at how Becky does it, you could click on her code and take a look at it. I can see Raja's code is he did quite a number of curves as well. Yeah, there you go. No worries, your eye doesn't need to be curved. It can be square too. We could be drawing a robot's eye. Doesn't matter. I see Becky's done. We'll wait for Han and Raja. Tejaswa? Any issues so far? Are you able to get both eyes?
My code is kind of getting loaded. I don't know. I think I'm done, but yeah, I have to see why it's not working.
Hmm. There's the error log at the bottom left. So at the bottom left, if there's an error, it will tell you what the error is.
I not defined. I think I've defined
Do you
it.
define your function already?
Yeah.
Ah, yes, Han. Nice. We can keep the circle as the eye. That works too. So now you're gonna make that into a function so that you can make multiple eyes. Ooh. Wow, Becky, nice eyes. Wow, Raja. That's nice too. That's just right. If you need help with finding out what the error is,
Yeah, please help me if you can just see that.
can you copy your code and paste it in the casual chat because I can't really see it. So just paste it there. Let me take a look at what the issue is.
Okay. Yes.
Let's see. Function I not defined. Loop. You have a loop here. You have a loop. You have a loop. You have a loop. Ah. So if you see here, Tejashwa, are you able to see my screen? Becky, since you're done, can you figure out what the error in Tejashwa's code is?
Not able to see your screen, but yeah.
Oh, am I share? Can you see? Okay, I'll share my screen. Yes, Becky, Tejashwa, are you guys able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Nice. Becky, are you able to spot
Yeah,
Tejashwa's error?
I'm looking at the code, trying to figure out.
So his code is I basically collapse all of the loop functions, so it looks simpler. Or here's the error code. What does this mean? I mean, I could expand this. It would just look longer. Let's try. Any guess on where the error in the code is?
No.
Okay, so if the error says the function I is not defined, right?
Yeah.
But you've defined it here. Am I right?
Yes.
Where do you call it? Where
I got it. I just called the function before. Yeah. So actually, it's the kind of pattern which like habit which I developed in Python coding. Although, like, we call the function at the bottom of the screen. So yeah, I got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's why some people say that Python, there are some habits in Python that are not necessarily the best practice. So for Becky, do you notice it as well? So he basically called
I,
that.
I, I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't like Python.
Sorry?
Because Python could define the function after its call. Am I right?
Strictly
Like the
speaking,
in the code. I mean, they'll scan all the code and then run.
no, it can't. So the
Oh,
way it works in Python is, what happens is that you actually have a main function. Okay, that's like this, and say it does something like this. And in Python, what happens is that you could do it this way. You can define the does something function up top. Am I right?
yeah.
So what happens is that it is defined earlier, but it's not run yet. See, so this function is defined above the main function, but it's not being activated. It's not being initialized. Only when the code goes to line 33 and the main function runs, because only the main function runs first. So since it's running the main function, what's inside the main function is the does something like this. So in that case, when it runs does something at line 34, it has already been defined in line 30. If I were to swap this sequence, I am not sure if it will work actually.
Oh,
Yeah, Python tutor. I mean,
got it.
I can give it a quick go to see whether that makes sense. I'll test it on my own in a bit. But yeah, so the computer runs all of your commands in a sequential order from top to bottom. In most cases, yeah. But that, for example, where it might seem like you could define it afterwards, but that's not really the case. Yeah, because the computer is not an all-knowing being. It's like telling your friend to do a command, but you have not told him what the command is yet. So then your friend would just be stuck. He doesn't know what to do. I'll give Han and Dejshwa a few more minutes to finish up their two eyes. Meanwhile, let me verify the thing we're talking about Becky. Becky, so if you see my screen, I could show you what we're talking about earlier. So if you see this list sum function, right? It's defined up top, but it's not called all the way until line number 9. So if I were to change the function definition and I put it below and visualize, you should see that the list sum function is not defined.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's the same issue.
yeah.
Okay, in the interest of time, let's move on since Raja and Becky are done. So what I want you guys to do is I'm gonna pair you guys up and you guys are going to create the next port. You're gonna use your friend's eye and your eye to form a face, a monster's face that has 4 eyes. Right, so I'm gonna pair you guys up and you guys are gonna go to the other voice channel, and what I want you guys to do is I want you to click each other's code. So for example, you can click let's click Becky's code like this, and I want Raja to copy the code, paste it here on top of his own code. So Raja's code should be above like this. So I would have access to everyone's code. But as you can see, even though I have both sets of eyes in my code, they are not integrated well. So I want you guys to use each other's code, each other's eyes to form a larger face with 4 eyes. Does that make sense? Yeah, so Becky and Raja, I want you guys to make use of each other's eye to form a larger monster face. Meanwhile, I'll help Han and Dejshwa to get up to speed.
Sorry.
Han, what are you trying to achieve? Wow, half curve up, central circle, half curve up, half curve down. Han, maybe you can let me know what you're up to so I can help you along.
I'm trying to bottom line of the you hear it?
I can hear you, but it's very choppy. You can text it. You can write it out in the chat. I'll read it. Bottom line of the eye. I see. So you're trying to draw the bottom line of the eye. Maybe you need to rotate after line 21. After your half curve down, you need to rotate a bit more first. Or you could just end it here. So you can just let that be your eye. So your eye will just look like this. Yeah. Han, how about you use this as an eye first for now? So your eye already has eyebrows. Yes, Han, come. Use this as your eye for now. Yep. So then we can get along with the rest of the class. So now that you have this eye, make this eye into a function called Han eye. So define Han eye like this. Do and then call your own Han eye and make two of them side by side, one larger than the other. Whoa, what's happening to Becky's eye? Okay, I think Tejaswa and Han take a pause for a while. Pause for a while. Oh, I see you guys are doing good. Yep. Adding variables. Let's take a pause for a while. So come and take a look at my screen. Instead of drawing two eyes, what I want you guys to do is just keep that one eye of yours. So I'm gonna copy Han's code here, okay? So I'm gonna paste it into my own. She has an eye here. Scale. Right? So she has an eye here. Now Tejaswa, I want you to, so I'm gonna copy your code as well here, like this. But in this case, I only want one eye of yours. So I'm gonna copy this code and I'm gonna paste it in my code like this. So I want you to use your friend's eye to make a face. So it has to consist of Tejaswa's eye and also Han's eye. So learning to integrate both of your code together. So in this case, you can see Han eye is here and Tejaswa's eye is just called eye here. So I might have to rotate a little bit first before I draw Tejaswa's eye, like this. But also you realize that the eyes are not the right size. So then what you need to do is you need to play around with the variables that Han has created. So maybe Han's eye needs to be smaller. But you will see that Han's eye here, this variable is not adjusting the scale properly. So then you gotta tell Han to fix the variable for how it scales. Yeah.
So, can I copy code from your screen to mine?
Yeah, so to copy it, what happens is you just need to click my name here,
Yeah.
and the code will appear on the right side. And when you're done with it, you can cross it on the top right hand corner.
I couldn't do that.
Oh, Raja, what's this? This looks like a canoe.
No, it's a body. It's the monster's body.
It's the body of the monster. Okay, with a little bit of imagination, I'm almost seeing it. Almost. That's Han. Oh, Becky's. Oh wow, Becky's trying to align both. Whoa, that's interesting. Okay, I shall not distract her. Perhaps in the future, I should ask each individual to draw a different feature of the face. I see everyone's
Yeah.
copying each other's eye. In our previous class, when I got the students to draw eyes, everyone did a different implementation of the eye. So I didn't expect everyone to do the same implementation this time. But no worries. Everyone's eye is a little bit different, right? So make use of the difference in your friend's eye and try to feed all of that and create something new and interesting. So we'll just stick with this activity, and then at the end of it, everyone is to present their own little monster eyes or monster face. Han, are you following along? Is the instructions okay? Ooh. Oh, Becky's code is quite. Whoa. Oh, ho, ho. Oh. Wow. Yeah, Becky, you can go crazy. Make these eyes even go crazier. Oh. Can you make, wow, so you have two eyes. Can you make more eyes? I mean, you could take the function that you have, what you have right now, and make it into another function, and use that to create more eyes. Just a thought. Han, I see there's an error in your code. Let me show you what the error is. So if you look at my screen, the forward 20 over here is not multiplying by scale. So there's just remove that space for this. There you go. Then you do this. Yeah, so this is an input variable. So this is a function. So you cannot use a function to multiply it by a variable. So just put scale. If you want, you can put scale times 2 or times 10. But this scale from Han I is added in as a variable into half curve up. But then half curve up doesn't take any variable here. You see? Empty. So actually half curve up doesn't have doesn't require any variable input. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay. Yep. Yes, and so in line 20, you see you added half curve up scale. Yeah, but the half curve up function doesn't take any variable. Yeah. So there's no point in writing the word scale there. No worries about it, Han. I think it's been a while since the previous lesson, so maybe next time I'll make the recap a bit longer and the exercises to be helping you guys remember what you've learned more easily. Yeah, but for now, just keep everything simple so that you have less errors.
How to frustrate you?
Tejashwa, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to fix.
Hans
uh, yeah, hands I.
Well, I think Hans has a couple of errors in her eye, but she fixed it, I think.
Trying to. I think this should be fine.
Well, so this is one of the things about collaborative programming. So you guys are
Yeah.
really experiencing it right now. Later, when we'll do a little bit of reflection, and we'll talk about the process that you guys have experienced. So Tejashwa, I see for the code that you are, from your code, what the errors are is that there are spaces between the multiplies. So for example, at line 4 is forward 5 times size, right? There's a
Yeah.
space in between. Can you remove that space?
Space in between. Yeah, yes, there is a space.
Yep, remove that space. So 5 times size. Remove it. Delete it. Erase it.
Okay.
Yeah, you go. Do the same for all of the commands. For your own eye as well.
Yep.
There you go. Do you define eye twice? No, eye skill. Oh yeah, just once. All right, excellent. There you go. Yep, you should be able to now manipulate the variables
I think
correctly.
I'm.
Yeah. That's good. We're coming up to the 1 hour mark. Do any of you need to leave early, or we can go on for another 15 minutes? Because I see that Tejaswa and Han is finally getting there, and I think they need about another 5 more minutes. So we'll need some time to let everyone present what they've drawn. Yeah. So if everyone can stay, then I'll extend it. Otherwise, we'll stop here and come together and reflect on some of the things that we have experienced so far. So, Becky, do you have another 15 minutes after to spare?
Yeah.
Tejaswa?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, Raja, you good?
Yep.
Han? All right. Okay. Cool. So we'll give it a bit more time. Yeah. Cause we're almost there. Yes. Working together is it's rewarding, but it has its own set of challenges. So for Becky and Raja, add a face to kind of round up your eyes. Or you could add a nose or a mouth. Up to you. Or you can add more eyes. They are all possible options. More eyes, add a nose or add a mouth, or put it on the head.
I think I got hands eye much better than mine. I have to kind of sit down. Yeah. I think hands eye is a bit decent now.
I can see.
Yeah.
Wow. I think Becky and Raja, be prepared to explain your code later. You guys did something pretty amazing. So
I'm unable to control this jump function, maybe like to get this parallel to both. They're getting mine not like on top of each other. The math isn't done properly, but still, let me do this.
Those are good thought processes. Those are real problems. So how do we deal with them? Let's see. Han, for you, where are you stuck right now? You're confused with the variables, you say. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think
Han-
this is better when I use hands, eyes. Look a bit decent at least.
yeah. Okay, now make it. Where's your own eye? I see. Okay, you know what?
I have to.
You could delete your eye if you want. You could copy either Raja's or Becky's eye and integrate it.
I think, is this good? Like, are you able to see my eye?
I can
I
see
don't
your
know.
eye. Yeah, I can see your eye. That's
Yeah,
good. That's
I
good.
can.
Add
I can maybe.
you can add a nose or add some eyebrows to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, now back to Han. Han, you said you're confused with the variables. Let's take a look. So there is, how many variables do you see?
Five, six, or so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there is only one variable, and the variable is called scale. It's used in 5 different places. Here, 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 and here. So Han, you come and take a look at my screen. I'm gonna recap for you what variables does. Okay? So let me make a simple object first. For example, let's say I'll make a square. I'll make a triangle maybe. Like this. So now I'm gonna make my triangle into a variable. So I call it triangle like this. No, sorry, into a function. And I'll call it triangle. Following me so far?
Yeah.
Now, if I want multiple triangles, I will have to type triangle again. Or triangle again. But what if I want to have the triangles be different sized? So I could introduce a variable like this, called length. So what I can do is, I could change this 50, the number, into a variable called length. Here as well, length, length. So for the first triangle, I want its length to be 50. So it does this, but it inputs this as 50, 50, 50. Then the next triangle, I want it to be 100. See? Then the next triangle will be 100. Or if I want the length to be 20, then it'll be 20. Right? Or we could add more variables like scale. So it multiplies by scale, multiplies by scale, multiplies by scale like this. So then the second variable could be 1. So here, the first triangle is doing 50 times 1. So it's still 50. It's still I'll use the second variable as 1. if I make this second variable 2, you could see, so length will be 50, scale will be 2. So it'll be 100, 100, 100. So this is what the variable does. Does it make sense? Okay, last few minutes to complete your face. Last 1 to 2 minutes. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, we have some interesting face coming along.
This maybe is a nose.
Nice one, Tejuswa.
A bit more thought process to go into this, but yeah.
Last minute. Last minute for your face. Add your finishing touches. Oh wow. Okay. It's time to present your face. Alright, everyone come back to take a look at my screen. Let's consolidate our learning so far. So for this class, I mentioned that you guys will experience learning to program with other people. So that's exactly what we did. We created our own eyes and we've tried to integrate other people's eyes. And to code collaboratively, there are a couple of things that you will need to know. And there are a couple of problems that you would run into. So I would want you guys to take this moment to present your eye first and foremost. And then secondly, talk about some of the interesting things that you have encountered while coding collaboratively, as well as some of the struggles that you have so far, that you have encountered so far. Okay, so let us start with Tejashwar. Alright, Tejashwar, let me take a look at your
Yeah.
code.
So maybe like we could have done a bit better with if we had collaborated in we thought so initially we could have defined the variables and functions in a better way and put the structure to it like we could have kind of parted like some separate functions for among all of us and put it together because different type of coding methodology has been adopted by each of us. So it makes it difficult to kind of work understand their code and again reflect into our code and integrate both of them.
Hmm. That's great pointers. That's great pointers. Do share with us how do you code your eye first?
So actually, I kind of wanted to make the curve first. I wanted to make the eyelids first, like using the loops, and then make a half loop go through the kind of bottom curve, and then make a circle over there so that it looks like the eyeball is hanging in between, not exactly centered. So first I did this for loop to go there and again to do the bottom curve. Then rotated that again further a bit to make the next per curve like for 6 times. And again rotated and made the other half. Yeah. Again, I had to use the circle part. Maybe I didn't put in a lot of structure to it. I think when I saw the hands code, it was much more better thought through, but it was a bit of mess up in terms of the variables and angles. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for sharing. But you still got an interesting face coming along. This looks like a bird that is looking upwards, you know? So the beak is smaller. You know? Alright, nice. This is not too bad, not too bad. But yes, different people have different coding methodologies. And you guys have
Yeah.
just experienced little bit of how one other person code. And so communication beforehand for future projects is very important. So thank you for sharing, Tejashwa. Let's take a look at Han. Han, I know that you're struggling quite a bit to get all of these things going. Do you want to share what are some of the struggles you've encountered?
I for me, I think the past I will also to catch up with today's assignment.
Is it just me or I can't hear her properly?
It's a bit muffled.
All right, Han. Maybe you can text it to me again, and we'll try it. I'll read it out to the others. Okay, time for Becky's code. Oh wow, Becky. Oh, this is crazy. All right, Becky, share with us your face that you've built. Wow.
So,
Sorry to interrupt.
I
It looks like a three-eyed raven.
Looks like the
so
Toy Story character.
Yeah.
yeah, I start with the iris, then I draw the eyelid. Yeah, and I just collaborate with Regis Code. He draws the iris really in detail, so I put it in my iris, and yeah, that's all.
Oh wow. Which is the part that you like the most? Wait, hold up. Yours is the which part of it is your code?
Um, the eye and the original eye code is the eyelid and the circle, and the inside I put Redis iris
The white
inside.
one. Ah, I see, I see. Interesting. So which of the what do you like most about this face that you've created?
It's I like Redis code. He had different color of iris, like the star part.
Yeah. It really adds a sparkle to it. Do you encounter any issues when trying to integrate each other's code?
Oh, initially I don't know the arrow end in Rogers code, so I just keep rotating it and yeah, rotated it and move the place to let it fit my code. I mean, fit my iris. I still can't actually fit it. The middle one, there's not perfectly fit. I don't know why.
Ah, I see. Interesting. So how do you get these to fit?
Keep rotating, guessing the number.
Interesting. And so how would you, if you were to do this again, how would you do it better, or how would you work better with Raja on this?
I might spend more time reading his code and finding out what the angle he rotate and rotate it back to fit my code. I didn't actually read the detail like counting the how the angle. Just guessing.
All right, that's a great suggestion. Yeah. So to read each other's code a lot deeper before proceeding with integration is one of the key things that you have to do when working in a project together. I think it's very similar to what Tejaswa mentioned, right? To structure this entire project better and communicating beforehand. So in your other class, remember we actually in your code, I asked you guys to use comments to comment on what you guys are doing. I realized that everyone here hasn't been exactly doing it. So in the future, comments like, for example, this changes the angle of iris would be extremely helpful for your partner that is going to be using your eye. So to add in these things at the appropriate places would be very beneficial. Just so something for you guys to think about. But all right, thank you for sharing. That's fantastic. Let's go on to Raja. Raja, please share what you've built. Oh my goodness, what is this? What am I looking at? Oh my goodness.
So I work with Becky's code. So Becky has the leaf type eye. I thought it was very nice. To to think of it as like a body, face instead, and then it has like a body, like two arms. So the monster has two arms and a main body. I used her eye as the body parts. They're a very leaf-like thing. I used my own eye as the iris and the eyeball. So that's where it's a bit different from a three-eyed raven. Yeah, it's quite cool.
Oh yeah, now I see it. So this is the body and then this is the arms.
Okay, I gotta tell it to see it. But yes, it's a
Oh,
monster's body and eye.
definitely something creative. I have not seen this before. So how was your experience working with Becky's code?
I think Becky's code was quite well done. She had exposed the right I was easily able to actually extend from where she left off, make it the different body parts. Um, it returns to where it starts from, so it's easy to build out of. So I actually used quite a bit of her base code to extend it. So actually, if you look at the monster, it most of it begins with Becky's eyes, and then you'll notice like in around line 70, line 60, 58, 58, there's the arm, right? So the arm is essentially built on top of Becky's code. Because the arms code is built above, which does a bit of angling using her. It just exposes certain things which allow me to angle eye better and jump around the screen a bit better, and then get the job done. Yeah, so it's quite fun to use Becky's code. It worked. Well, I think it worked out quite well.
All right. Fantastic, fantastic. Well done, guys. Well done. Thank you for sharing, Raja. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so we have come to the end of today's lesson. It went a bit longer than expected. But that's all right. There's a lot of different nuances when it comes to working together as a team. I hope that you guys have a little bit of a flavor as to how it will be like. So before I let you guys go, once again, I need you guys to give me some feedback. So first thing first, I want you guys to take a screenshot of your face. Okay, take a screenshot and then paste it inside of the submissions text channel. After you've done that, also copy your code and paste it there so that we could refer to it whenever we want to. So that's the first thing to do. Second thing to do is head to the reflections channel and answer the 3 questions that I've pinned. So I'm gonna pin the message in that text channel. Becky, what are your thoughts on this class compared to the previous class?
It's fun to work together. This previous class, I think we didn't work with people, right? Just work on our own code.
Yeah. So do you prefer this class or the previous class?
Yeah, I prefer this class. It's fun to work with others.
Okay, that's good to hear. Any thoughts on how the class can be better?
No, it's good enough.
All right, fantastic. The Becky stamp of approval. Well, thank you for sharing. Tejashwa, what do you think of this class? Even though it took so while for everyone to get up to speed. Han is saying that her biggest struggle is that she didn't retain much from the class, which was 2 weeks ago. Which is quite a long time from today's class. So today's challenge was a bit of a challenge for her. But yeah, other than that, it's alright, and she'll prepare better for the next class in the future. But speaking of the next class, so once again, next week's lesson will shift gear away from doing collaborative coding to more teaching you guys how to animate. Yeah, so if you guys are interested and there's enough people, I'll do one for the animate class. Would you guys be interested in something like that?
Yeah, sounds fun.
Tejashwa, Han, Becky, will you guys be down for that one instead? As well, I mean.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, fine.
All right. Okay, then that's it for today's class. Thank you guys for coming and spending your Sunday nights with me. All right, take care. Do remember to submit and write some reflections for me. Thanks, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you.